I have to admit, I wasn't really keeping track of basketball tonight. What were the games like? Were they blowouts? Were they close games? What?
Well, they were definitely not close games. I don't know if you want to call them blowouts because we have a lot of Maryland and Notre Dame fans here in Tidewater, so we'll go easy on them. But they were definitely not close games.
Okay.
Virginia and North Carolina played basketball tonight. They're the nation's first and second ranked teams. At the Capitol Center, the second ranked Virginia Cavaliers breezed to an 87-54 win over Notre Dame, leaving Virginia at 12-0 going into Saturday's contest against top ranked North Carolina down at Chapel Hill. Let's look at the highlights from the Virginia game. This was no contest, folks, not at all. Notre Dame, not a very good team this year. Ralph Sampson got the first Virginia basket, and then his undefeated Cavaliers just kept right on going. Virginia in the white, Robinson with the dunk there, but nobody does it like Big Ralph. Sampson on the jam. Let's watch it in slow-mo this time because this big guy is awesome. Number 50. Oh, Big Ralph. Bring on those Tar Heels. Let me at Perkins. Digger didn't like it. No contest for UVA tonight as Ralph blocks it away. They revenge last year's loss to Notre Dame, cruising the Irish win. The Virginia wins over the Irish 87-54. Sorry, Digger, just didn't happen. In the first half of tonight's doubleheader, even a full house at Cole Fieldhouse couldn't cheer Lefty's Maryland team over the #1 North Carolina Tar Heels. Dean Smith beat the left-hander again as Carolina wins their first ACC game of the season, 66-50. Let's look at it. Perkins, number 41 in the blue for Carolina, is a 6'9" sophomore. He was the big star for the Heels tonight. He scored 6 of 8 Carolina points as the Tar Heels opened up a 21-13 lead late in the first half, then touched off a 12-point string with 6 more points for a 48-29 North Carolina lead with 9:32 remaining in the first half. It was the first ACC game of the season for North Carolina, still unbeaten, while the Terps in their yellow uniforms here are now 0-3 in ACC play. Maryland has lost 4 of its last 5 games, and Lefty's boys are now 7-4 on the season. In the second half, Carolina got 2 quick baskets here. Maryland's Adrian Branch, a freshman, on the jam right there. Carolina's Dean Smith got a technical. Maryland cut it to 7 at that point, but Perkins cut the rally short with hot plays as #1 UNC remains unbeaten. They top Maryland tonight 66-50. On the scoreboard, East Carolina hit 2 foul shots in the last 20 seconds as the Pirates beat William and Mary in Greenville 61-58 the final. Clemson over Georgia Tech. South Carolina beat George Mason tonight. Duke over Rutgers in a fairly low-scoring game. Wake Forest beat Johns Hopkins. Number 11 Arkansas over SMU. Number 3 Kentucky beat Auburn. It was the Citadel over Georgia State. Number 13 Georgetown winning but still playing. Number 9 Wichita State over Iona, and VMI Maine. That is a late game. In the NBA tonight, it was the 76ers over the Bullets. Chicago beat the Celtics. Milwaukee over New Jersey, and that's all we got. Okay. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Time for some quick predictions. In the AFC title game on Sunday, it's the amazing Cincinnati Bengals against the high-flying San Diego Chargers. I like the Chargers. They're going to beat Cincinnati, but a lot of people are wondering if the Chargers have anything left after that overtime war in Miami. But all the Chargers are thinking about is getting some revenge for what the Bengals did to them here in San Diego 8 weeks ago, 40-17.
We were in a situation was with Denver. Denver put it to us pretty good when we went up there the first time, and when they came back, everybody knows what happened. So we're hoping to get maybe a repeat of that performance.
It's not so much Cincinnati personally. It's the fact that last year we reached the AFC Championship game, and we dropped a game that we felt like we shouldn't have to Oakland by only 7 points. We had to live with that the whole year and throughout this season. And it's something we've lived with for over a year now, and we've finally overcome a lot of adversity, gone through a lot of things, really pulled our team together, and we've finally reached this pinnacle of where we were last year, and we don't plan on making the same mistake twice. We just can't. I just don't want to go through another offseason like that.
What about Dallas and the 49ers?
Well, I don't know. I've just stuck my neck out on San Diego. I'm going to have to sleep on the NFC game. We'll talk about that later this week.
All right. We'll have a nature story after this.